So let me start the recording first. Hi, good afternoon. Yeah. So yes, good afternoon, everyone. So, okay, we will continue with our practical class. However, before we proceed with our practical, okay, so as I already shared in the group about the submission of your assignment, okay, we already have your group. Yeah, you already have your group for your assignment. And as I send, as I think this week, I've updated to you the submission that. Okay, so the submission that will be for the first part. Let me open my. Okay, the submission for this assignment for mobile application, the prototyping presentation will be in week 6 or week 7. That means this one is only the prototype. I think you know what is prototype. Okay, prototype without the function. But if you already have the some of the function, that's cool. But if not, then that's okay, because by right you just should present me your prototype, okay, your layout, your interface, how it should look like. And then your final presentation, your submission and everything will be in week 13 and week 14. Okay, so that's the update on the assignments that for the submission. Second, for this course, you have the first one just now is assignment. Second is on your test. Okay, so for this course, you have a test for your coursework mark. However, the test will be replaced with quiz. It's not replaced. I mean, the test will be in form of quiz. Okay, so I will upload one quiz. Okay, so this quiz will be 24 hours. Okay, quiz I will upload and I will inform to you guys. Maybe I will upload tomorrow. But this quiz, okay, based on what the main campus told me, we have around, if I'm not mistaken, okay, if I'm not mistaken, 5 quiz. However, this quiz won't be in one go. That means for tomorrow, maybe I will upload first quiz first for 24 hours. Okay, so I've checked the question, I've seen the question. So one quiz around how many questions last time? 6 or 7, not even 10 question, objective question. Okay, so for 24 hours. And I will notify you once I upload in the GC. Okay, the quiz will be uploaded in our GC and will be 24 hours for one set. Okay, so again, because I haven't received yet, I'm not sure how many tests, but if I'm not mistaken, last time they said around five quiz. So this quiz will be your test. Okay, this quiz will be your test. So that one is your second, the test. First is assignment just now. Second is the test. Test will be in form of quiz. And then third, you will have practical test. Okay, you will have practical test, but practical test will be around week 8. Practical test will be around week 8. Okay, so this practical test is open book too. Okay, open book. So I haven't seen the question, I haven't received. But yeah, week 8 for the practical test. So you have the three assignment, test in form of quiz, and then your practical test. Practical test, last time I was informed it will be open book and it will be in week 8. Okay, so that's all that I receive information for now. For the quiz, again, if I upload, I will inform you guys. Okay, so remember when you answer the quiz, remember your mark will contribute to the coursework mark. And the quiz is not a survey. Don't send me so many response. Okay, so yeah. So regarding your assignment 2, around 2 p.m., I'm going to split you into a room based on your assignment group, and I am going to visit each of the group, because so far honestly I only received one group that bukan submit. No, it's not submit, like discuss with me. So I only have one group so far. So I plan to do for this session, I'm going to break you based on the assignment group so that I visit every group. So I am aware what you are doing, or what is the module, or maybe what's the progress so far, or even if you have any issue, you can talk to me. But that one is after our break, after 1 hour, around 2 p.m. I will break you into the group. Okay, so that's for the coursework. So now let's proceed with our practical. Okay, so for practical, as you already know, for this course, we only have this one slide. I mean this one, yeah, one slide, fine enough to say, one slide. This one material that we have, okay? So last time, okay, we stopped at this UI. Okay, because currently, if I'm not mistaken, for practical, we only conducted few class. So this is where we stopped last time. Okay, so for today, we are going to proceed with this one too, because last class we only have one session for this one. Okay, so we don't have enough time. So for today, we are going to proceed this this practical as well. Or all of you already done practical too? Should I ask? Lim, have you done practical too? Noel, I don't think you have, right, Noel? I don't think you finished practical too because of, yeah, because of your reason. So all of you already done practical two. Practical two is this one. I done it all. Then okay, I've done. Wait, now practical two is this one. Mm, yes. Can see my screen. So this is practical two. So yeah, so this is practical two. Any of you already haven't done this one? If not, we're going to proceed with practical three. Let me check. Celine, have you done? It's okay. Since no one respond, I assume you guys already finished. Okay. So let's proceed with practical three. So practical three for this part. Here's my practical three. Practical three is still under UI. Okay. This one. This one is practical three. Okay, so you may get from the patch, sorry, you may get from the document that I've shared just now and click to the link. So this one is 2.4, okay, 2.4, data binding basic. This is what we're going to do today with this 10.1 style and theme. However, for this one, there's no interface. Why I say so? Because I've already seen it. So there's no interface, okay? So okay, so let's go through this one. Okay, data binding basic. What's the concept of data binding? So basically, Data binding is how we are going to bind our components. Yeah, how we are going to bind our UI components in our XML file. Okay. So yeah, this one you may read. Okay, I'm going to start from this part, the introduction. Okay, so in previous code lab, this is you need to continue from the previous my app, your app last time. Okay, so in the previous code lab, in this course, sorry, you use the find view by ID. Okay, find view by ID. So this find by ID, this is actually a method or a function that was identified by Android to attribute, to use in which attribute, okay? To use the attribute function to get reference to view. So when your apps has complex view hierarchy, hierarchy is referring to the level, yeah, referring to the level, it is expensive and slow down the apps, okay? Too many layer, too complex, like I said, complex, too many layers, so too many level. So it slow down the app. Yes, if you have too many complex application or too many layer, it will take the memory, or it will slow down your application, because Android traverse the view hierarchy starting at the root from the bottom until find the desired view. Fortunately, there are a better way. Okay, how to solve this one? So to set data in view, you have string resources and set the data from the activity. It would be more efficient if the view know about the data, and fortunately, again, this is possible. So in this activity, this is what we are going to do today. In this code lab, you'll learn how to use data binding. Okay, data binding. Like I said, what is the function of data binding just now? It is to bind the UI components in the XML file to eliminate the need for this one. So you will learn how to use data binding to access data directly from the view. So what you should already know, this one is from the previous practical. Okay, what an activity is and how to set up an activity without this layout, and then creating a text view and setting the text that the text view display. If you remember, this is what you did last practical in your My App practical, and then using find view by ID to get reference to view, create and edit a basic XML layout for a view. Okay, so this is what we're going to learn today. How to use this function, find view by ID, to bind, to use the data binding library to eliminate the inefficient this one. Okay, that's mean we yeah, we tackle the problem with this one. And then how to access app data directly from your XML. So what you will do is modify an app to use data binding instead of find view by ID. Okay, and access data directly from the layout XML file. Okay, like I said, this one is what you, if you remember, this one is your last application, previous application. So in this code lab, you start with the About Me app and change the app to use this data binding. Okay, so the app will look exactly the same when you are done. Okay, what I said just now. Okay, no change in no UI. I mentioned, I said no UI. So after you already done this one, the app the app will look exactly the same. So this is what your app does. When the when the user opens the app show a name, field to enter a nickname, a done button, a star image, and a scrollable text. Basically, this is what you did. Okay, your name, your input field, the button, one image, one icon, and the scrollable, yeah, you don't have it here, scrollable field, sorry, text. So the user can enter a nickname and tap done. The editable field and button are replaced by a text view that shows the entered nickname. Okay, basically this is what you already have. Okay, so you can use the code we built in the previous code lab, or you can download or can download this starter code from this GitHub. You may click actually this link. Okay, can yeah, basically this is the file. If you don't have this app, but I assume because I believe we already have this one. Okay, so you don't have to download this file. You don't have to download this GitHub file. Okay, so next task. Okay, use data binding to eliminate this function. Okay, so actually this one I will let this part for you to read. I'm not going to read it for you. Okay, this file, this function. Okay, this one. Okay, by default. Yeah, by default. Okay, enable data binding, because by default in our file, okay, in our file, this one you may find in, oh, you may find in your Android Studio, this file. Of course, it is in Android Studio. On your tab bar there, you find this file. Okay, and then under this part, build feature, you need to enable it. Okay, by default, it will be false. Here will be false. So you need to enable this. Enable data binding. It is mentioned here. Okay. Uh, it is not enabled by default. So by default, the value here is false. Okay, change this to true to enable the data binding. This one is quite easy. Okay, so you need to sync the project. Okay, if your computer slow, maybe this one I believe will take time. So this one is you click on the top left there, you have file, and then just sync this Gradle file. Okay. And then step 2, change layout file to be usable with data binding. Okay, open this file, switch to this tab. Okay, add this function. Okay, add this function at the utmost tag around linear layout. This one. Remember, you have to close it. Okay, at this tag, at the utmost tag at the linear layout. And then choose this, reformat and fix the indentation. And then you may read, just follow this step. And then step 3, create a binding object in the main activity. Okay, so you need to open another file under your tab 2. Okay, so before on create, this one you may read at the top level, create a variable for the binding object. This variable is customarily called binding. So the type of binding, this one is the activity main building class, is created by compiler, auto-created specifically for the main activity. Okay, so you may read this one, the naming here. Okay, you may check on this one. Okay, this one is auto-created. And then the other part for step 3, I let you to read 2. And then step number 4. Yeah, this one. Use binding object to replace all call to find view. Okay, we will replace this one. So you now replace all function with reference to the view are in the binding project. When the binding object created, the compiler generates the name, the name of the view in the binding object from the ID. So converting them to case. So for example, this button in the binding object, nickname edit become nickname edit, nickname text become nickname text. Okay, this one is the example. So this one is a function to replace the code, use this one. Okay, find this button with code reference button in the finding object. Okay, so this one, this step I will let you to read too. Okay, so this one is the following code result. Okay, binding nickname text, edit, button, and text visibility. Okay, so this one you may read while you're doing. Here, use data binding to display the data. Okay, so under this tab, under this task, you have few step two. So first, create my name data class. Okay, this one you may follow the step. The reason why I don't read this step for you because you're doing to do this practical, so you're going through it too. So that's why I'm just going through it. So define a class for the nickname, use empty string as the default value. Empty string, and then add data to the layout. Okay, so in this page, in this XML page, the default value, the default name is this text view. Okay, from a starting resources, you need to replace the reference with the name with a reference in the data class. So open this file and then follow this step. Okay, just follow this step. And then step number 3, create a data. So create a data under this file. Okay, and then create a private variable also called my name, this one. Okay, you need to add this one. Call my name by convention, assign the variable instance of my name, data class passing in the name. Okay, so this is the step. And then step number 4, use the class data for the nickname in the text view. And then open this file, and then this one. Okay, you just follow this step. Yeah, that's all. Well, basically, like I said, you cannot see the difference in your interface. Okay, you cannot see the difference in the interface for this one. Where is it just now? Yeah, you cannot see the difference. So basically, that's the first. I know some of you already doing it. 2.4. Okay, 2.4 for data binding basics. Okay, for 10.1, this one is later for the next part of our practical for today. So for now, you may start to do your 2.4 first. Okay, so is there any question before I let you do your practical?
No.
Yeah, so I will let you do your practical. And like I said, around 3, usually after a break, I'm going to split you. Okay, so now you may start do your practical. Wong, I'm not sure. I just received your eyes. I just see your name just joined. Is it that you just joined or you disconnected? Ah, it's okay because I thought you just joined, then suddenly you will be blur. So it's okay. Yeah, you may continue your practical. Thank you.